Welcome, Dylan.
Hello.
Obviously a man of very few words, but it's very nerve-wracking in the commentary booth first time up, but we'll get a bit out of him. Oh, he's done a bit of refereeing this morning as well?
Yeah, so I ref 2 games, the first 2 games.
First 2 games?
Pretty close.
Pretty close. Didn't go to finals?
Pardon? What was that?
Didn't go to penalties,
sorry?
No.
No penalties.
No,
but nearly. Yeah.
No penalties thus far. The third game is the Brisbane Vikings up against St. Rita's. This is number 1 ranked Brisbane Vikings, coached by Lily Shedderline. And they're up against St. Rita's, coached by Tessa Kurtz. Under 13, Division 3. Alongside us is another grand final. It's Somerville House playing St. Peter's, it looks like. Amazing crowd in here at Super Saturday Grand Finals of the Brisbane Water Polo competition. Every young player aspires to play in the Grand Final. Dylan, you got some finals coming up today?
Yeah, so I got 15 boys and 16 boys.
Under 15 boys. Who do you match up against in the under 15 boys?
15s we go up against Sunshine Coast.
Oh, Sunny Coast. How do you go against them during the competition?
Beat them pretty fairly, but yeah.
All right. Okay, game underway, and it is the Brisbane Vikings winning the first swim-off. Vikings in attack. We've seen all teams play this morning a press defence, but they've number 1 in the competition thus far, the Vikings. Nice save in the cage first up for St. Rita's. Emily Grothen. Turnover in favour of the Vikings, and that's great defence. A nice ladder defence from St. Rita's, Dylan.
Yeah, very good.
All right, it's a press defence. All talk about the first quarter is about getting the tempo underway, understanding the tempo, getting your defensive patterns right. Looking for a foul on the outside of St. Rita's. A hustle defence by the Vikings. Newly formed club of the Brisbane Vikings. Ball into sitting centre forward to St. Rita's. Looking for the foul. They get a minor foul at sitting centre forward. Do St. Rita's. Move the ball around the outside, but they run out of shot clock. How important is it to watch the shot clock?
Yeah, it's very good. So especially in defense, when you can prep when to take off. And
yeah, take off, meaning go in a counter attack in off your defender. All right, it is an exclusion for St. Rita's, number 3. Ava Kirsten going to the corner. Move in is the call. Nobody wants to get a shot away. You got it, and they throw away possession. Do the Vikings on a power play. Coaches don't like that. They really like to see at least shots getting taken on power plays. Back out of the box is Ava Kirsten again in attack for St. Rita's. What type of defence are they playing here, Dylan?
Looks like a press to me.
So heavy press on the outside, coming from the Vikings. As the clouds start to come over here at the Valley Pool, cool things down a little bit. Coming out of the cage very well as the goalkeeper is Ruby Peacock. Excellent play by Ruby in the cage. How important is it for the goalie to come out and steal that possession?
Yeah, as long as it's available for them and it's not going to be a risk for them to shoot over, then, yeah, great idea to come out there.
If you come out, you've got to get it. Otherwise, you're in trouble. You're caught in no man's land as that goalkeeper. Lily Shedderline, the coach of the Vikings. Done a lot of work herself, Lily. And her brother, Jordan Shedderline, as well, at the Vikings. And their crew adding some nice value into the competition. St. Rita's, a powerhouse schoolgirls team. I think they're aligned themselves with polar bears. We'll see a lot of polar bears coming up in the under-18 girls competition. We had Tafili Tarso joining us in the first 2 games. She's preparing herself for the grand final. She plays for Mermaids. 4:49 in the first quarter, and that's a steal back possession. Vikings in attack. No goals as yet. First receiver. Fed it into sitting centre forward. Minor foul on the outside for the Vikings. Here comes the drive, and they didn't play the ball. Talk us through that as a referee.
Yeah, so they have, as soon as they get a foul or any type of stop of the game, they have 3 seconds before it's turned over.
But you've got to play yourself.
Yeah, you have to let go of it from your hand and catch it back again, or...
Yep,
yeah.
So there's got to be life between the hand and the ball and show the referee your intent to play. You can't hold that ball in dead time. Nice steal back by St. Rita's in defence. Excellent play by St. Rita's as they go back in their attacking efforts now in an attempt to get a goal on the scoreboard. Ball into sitting centre forward. Looking for the turn, Francesca Turnbull. Throws it back out. Naya White. A bit cramped and sitting centre forward are St. Rita's. And that's the opportunity to the defence to come back and steal. Oh, not a bad pass. Although it's stolen in possession by the Vikings. 3:08 in the first quarter. My guest commentator, Dylan Jennison, just refereed 2 games already this morning in this Super Saturday Grand Final of Brisbane Water Polo Incorporated competition. One of the biggest competitions in the Southern Hemisphere.
It's also great to see all the crowds here today for all the teams, mostly.
Yeah, for sure. Not only the players, officials, but the crowd gets involved to support their club. 2:34 remains in the first quarter. We are scoreless in this under-18 girls Division 3 competition, grand final. Okay, here we go. Power play. Talk us through this, Dylan.
Yeah, so these are pretty useful attacks, but usually they have a set up 4 on the 2-metre line and then 2 up top. Oh, yeah. So that's a good shot there.
Sinead Rowe puts the ball in the back of the net. What a goal it is from the number 11. Opens the scoring for St. Rita's on that 4-2 formation setup, and they capitalise on the extra power play. St. Rita's won over the Brisbane Vikings 0. Still a long way to go in this game, Dylan.
Yeah, it is.
Here we go. They're on a roll and going towards the goal. Claire Kearney enforces a great save from Ruby Peacock. Wow. Excellent play. Just like that, the momentum has swung and the energy is rising for St. Rita's. Remember, they were number 2 coming into this final as St. Rita's cheer squad edging their team. They love a win here in the grand final of the under-18 girls Division 3. Vikings in attack. Outside shot. Nice save from Grothin in the cage. (102) 1-0 in favour of St. Rita's. The bench players are standing up on the bench. They should be sitting down by the rules. Is that right, Dylan?
Yeah, so they're supposed to sit down, but, you know, cheering them on.
Cheering them on. They're full of energy. They can sense it early on in this grand final of the under-18 girls Division 3. It's like an Olympic final here. The energy is high in the Valley Pool. Their team is up. The cheer squad from St. Rita's is here. Vikings throwing the ball away from the cage. Easy steal coming from St. Rita's. Claire Kearney. Excellent play. They get the ball up quickly with 17 seconds remaining on the first quarter, and she sprays that one wide and over the top it goes. The goal scorer, Sinead Rowe. Goalie coming out. This Peacock, she'll get a shot away. Tests her arm, just goes short, and that's the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back after this short break. It is St. Rita's 1 over the Brisbane Vikings. All right, welcome back to the start of the second quarter of this under-18 girls division. It is St. Rita's. St. Rita's are in front, 1-0. Great goal from Shania Rowe. Just a change of the goalies for St. Rita's. Anaya White is in the goals. And Amali is number 7. All right, it's always pressure for coaches here, Dylan, isn't it? They've got to find a way through and solution.
Yeah.
Get their message across.
Yeah.
Here we go. It is St. Rita's who gain the exclusion. That should have been a penalty.
Yeah, I think it should have been front water.
No bad words to say about other referees from young Dylan Jennison. It wasn't not a bad thing. It was the right call, but I thought it could have been a penalty.
Yeah.
It is a penalty.
Oh.
All right, in the end, they get the penalty to St. Rita's, and Claire Kearney up to take it for Rita's. Talk us through this penalty, Dylan.
Yeah, so it's tough because... it's tough because you need to put it in the frame and... the pressure behind you, especially on finals day.
It is pressure behind you on finals day, and she just couldn't do that, Clay Kearney, as she sprayed that wide past the left-hand upright. They get out of jail to the Brisbane Vikings. They've really battled to try and get the ball up the field, the Vikings.
Yeah, they haven't had many chances in front of goal as much as St. Rita's.
Yeah, Rita's have definitely brought their A game today, the number 2 ranked team over the Vikings. Here we go, ball into sitting centre forward, looking for the exclusion. Nice turn! Nice save by Anaya White. She gets the ball up quickly, does Anaya White. Oh, that's great defence by Viking. They steal it back. 1-0 in this second quarter of the grand final of under-18 Girls Division 3. Co-commentator today, Dylan Jennison. Have you commentated before?
No.
First time in the booth?
Yeah.
You're doing a good job, mate. Don't be afraid to jump in and talk us through these. You talked us through that penalty situation, obviously from personal experience.
Yeah.
Tough as a penalty taker. Yeah. Did you have a penalty shootout to make it through to the finals?
No. So we had a penalty shootout for 18 boys, but I didn't shoot because we wanted the top age boys to shoot that one.
Oh, okay.
Lost that.
Oh, you lost it?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. All right, ball into sitting centre forward for the Vikings. Gains an exclusion, but they'll get the ball back because the centre forward was head underwater when that shot was had. So referees generally bring that back and let the shooter take that again. Next up, it's the Polar Bears Ice against UQ Purple in the under-18 boys competition grand final. You got a brother playing in that?
Yep, my brother Blake. Oh, no, sorry. He actually lost the penalty shootout as well. He's not playing that game. Got mistaken with the other team.
No, under-18 boys, Polar Bears Ice against UQ Barras Purple. So he doesn't play for UQ Barras?
No, he does. He's in the black team. They split their top teams.
Oh, they split their teams.
Yeah.
All right. Giving everybody opportunity. That's what it's about here in the Brisbane water polo competition. Super Saturday finals. We've had the under-14s first up. All Hallows beating the Mermaids. And then the UQ Barras in the under-14 boys beating Sunny Coast. All right, something happening here. They're stopping the game just to get the players out. What number's that been excluded?
Number 6 from St. Rita's.
Number 6 from Rita's. Felicity Fletcher going to the corner.
She looks like she's on 3, according to the table.
Oh, she's on 3. That's interesting. So the red flag's gone up. Now, they don't have a challenge, do the coaches, unless the manager has recorded every exclusion to the book. And the manager then can go around and then cross-reference with what the table have on them. But unless that, it's the referee's word and the table against the coach. It's frustrating as a coach. It really is, because only the player and the coach know that she's only on 2 or maybe 1, and they got it mixed up. There's a lot of human error in water polo because you got to look at numbers being given by referees on the far side of the pool or close to the pool. But the red flag is up, and that's her game up. That's her game finished. It's 3-2 on the far side of the valley end. Somerville House playing St. Peter's. Oh, that's a great goal from St. Peter's. Check out the cheer squad in the grandstand. All right, penalty for the Vikings. Up to take it. What number's that, 11?
Yep, 11.
Oh, I don't have number 11 on my scorecard. I'll have to go down at halftime and find out who that is. They didn't change their scorecard prior to the game. All right, Vikings. In the back of the net, and it's the number 11 from Vikings who scores that. And they're on the scoreboard, and they even the game in the under-18 girls Division 3 competition. 1 goal apiece. How was that penalty?
It was good, picking a corner and making sure it gets in there.
Yeah, puts it in the back of the net. Have you ever missed a crucial penalty?
Yeah, a few times. Not sure if they're crucial, but...
Dylan Jennison, my co-commentator for this Game 3 of the Super Saturday Brisbane Water Polo Incorporated Grand Finals. Got his brother coming up as well to join us in the commentary booth. We had Tafili Tawaso as well. So they get a taste of what commentary's about in water polo. 14 seconds and 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 1 goal apiece. They haven't changed the scoreboard on the far side. It's still 1-0 in favour of Rita's, but the penalty was scored by the Vikings. Here we go. Vikings in attack again. They're the number 1 ranked team going into this final. Oh, and they throw a lob shot.
Long, yeah.
Not the best of shots?
No, I wouldn't take that. But that's all right.
It's tough under pressure in finals. Nice steal back by the Vikings. Here we go. They've got to drive close to the goals, maintain that. They always roll away. That's their advantage taken. Referees will give you the penalty if you keep going. Keep that inside water advantage. Outside shot down the line. Hits the right hand upright. She didn't quite know where that ball was. The young goalkeeper, Anaya White. Came so fast from a shot on the outside, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
3:16 remains in the second quarter. There we go. They must be watching the live stream. It's now 1 goal apiece.
Yeah.
Thanks to all our volunteers who work the tables throughout the season and here on finals day. Thanks to all our officials. Without our referees, we wouldn't have a competition. And it's tough being a referee, but rewarding at the same time. We've got a young Dylan Jennison who's already refereed 2 games this morning in the final series, or Super Saturday as I'm calling it. It's a great day of water polo here at the Valley Pool. They thread the ball into sitting centre forward. It won't get any favours, and they don't from the referees on this occasion. Ball lands short.
Yeah.
No favour for the centre forward?
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't.
2:24 remains in the second quarter. UQ Barras won the under-14 boys, and All Hallows the under-14 girls. Very exciting it was in the first 2 games up this morning. Nice cheer squad by Rita's in the grandstand. And that's an offensive turnover. Why was that a turnover?
So she shot it inside the 6-metre cone.
Okay, so she had a foul.
Yeah, she had a foul, and I'm not sure. I didn't see if she was outside or then moved in, or she was just inside the whole time.
All right, here's Rita's on the attack. Goalie comes out, turns away from the cage. She's played well as Claire Kearney. Threads the ball across to Steph Moody. Moody pressured on the first line by the Vikings. Tilly Charlton. Millie Campbell it was who fouled inside, so you've got to come outside of the 2 metres. That's what the referees are trying to indicate. Lots of whistles this morning. Tough for a player in the water, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, especially with 2 games going on at the same time.
Yeah, 2 games going on at the same time. We've got a lot of still photographers around the decks today. Thanks to all those photographers who do outstanding work to bring you photography into our social media platforms to promote our great game of water polo. Played in the best state in the world. Here in Queensland, it is the Brisbane Water Polo Incorporated Grand Final day. Rita's in attack. Crash back from the Vikings. 58 seconds remains in this first half of the game. Outside shot, you won't hustle Ruby Peacock in the cage with a shot like that. What position do you play, Dylan?
A bit of driver and wing on both sides.
All right, so he's universal. Who's your best player? Who do you aspire to be one day?
Probably Reese Howden. I do some training with him on Monday nights.
Oh,
just
awesome.
one-on-one, yeah.
The great Reese Howden, 4-time Olympian, Reese Howden. still playing Australian Water Polo League. Reese Howden has gone down to play for Sydney University. Into the last 8 seconds of the first half of this game. It's an exclusion gained off the ball, and the clock will run down. They'll have to win the swim-off to maintain that exclusion, St. Rita's, but that's the end of a very entertaining first half of this game. St. Rita's won over Vikings won. We'll be right back after this short break. All right, after the long break, it is 1 goal apiece. The Vikings evening the game. And it was a great goal in the end for the Vikings to get that ball in the back of the net. I can't remember what number it was who scored that penalty. I think it was number 11, yeah. Lucy Cameron. We've got her name now, Lucy Cameron. We didn't have her on the scorecard earlier, so apologies to the Cameron family watching. And Sinead Rowe was the goal scorer for St. Rita's. Emily Groan, they were down as our goalkeeper, but she's number 7. The goalie is Anaya White. She's had a great game, hasn't she, Anaya White?
Yeah, she has.
All right, we get the game underway. Amy Middlemass on the far side, the referee. She's had a great season for the Griffith University Queensland Thunder. Amy Middlemass coming through the Brisbane Girls Grammar Water Polo program, now playing for Polar Bears and obviously Griffith University. All right, here we go. It is St. Rita's. We've gone from 5 minutes to 8 minutes in this competition of water polo stop-start from under-14s. It was a lot shorter games. Lots of whistles going on everywhere and excitement here in the grandstand of the Valley Pool. The iconic Valley Pool. This is the under-18 girls Division 3 competition. 4 goals apiece alongside us. St. Peter's against Somerville House. And 1 goal apiece here. Can we go back-to-back double-headed penalties?
Yeah. Was there penalties in this last game?
No, there wasn't. We haven't had penalties yet,
right, yeah.
But it's looking that way. It's only the third quarter there, 4 goals apiece, and 1 goal apiece here in this game in front of us. St. Rita's in possession now, looking for a way through, and force a great save in the goals. And our goalkeepers, Alana Taylor. So we had Ruby Peacock down as the goalie, but Ruby Peacock is playing number 8, and Alana Taylor is now in the goals. Lily Shedderline, the coach of the Brisbane Vikings. She needs help. Yeah, exactly as the call from Tessa Kurtz, the coach of St. Rita's. You've got to move. It's frustrating being a coach. You can see so much more from the side of the pool, but at eye level in the water, it's pretty tough to anticipate things. 6:18 remains, long range shot. Ooh, it hits the right hand upright. Not a bad shot on the outside. And nice goalkeeping in the end coming from Alana Taylor. Here comes the counter-attack from the Vikings. Millie Campbell gives the ball into city centre forward, and it's a goal from the number 2, Tilly Charlton. What a goal. Talk us through that.
So, yeah, bar in. It's a great goal to get in the game.
Yeah, you
don't find many.
Coaches talk about you got to imagine yourself in game situations of training because you're going to play against some great goalkeepers, and White's been outstanding in the cage for Ritas, but that was bar in. One of the toughest shots in the book to save because you got to be outstretched at your maximum to get that left hand out to save that shot. It was a great shot. They're 2-1 in front, the Vikings. Number 1 plays 2. Young Dylan Jennison joining us in the commentary booth. Doing a great job. He's already done 2 games of refereeing this morning. Now in the commentary booth. I think your brother joins us a little bit later.
Yeah, he's in a couple later games.
And you're up with me too at 2:50.
Yep.
Ball into the drive for Rita's, looking for a exclusion and gain it. Excellent play by St. Rita's number 4, Claire Kearney. She's been everywhere today. Gets the ball back, this Kearney. Taps it out. Brilliant vision by Kearney. Wants it again. Doesn't get it. She was probably all on that 3-post. Just didn't get the ball back. You've got to look for the free play on extra. Bring on your high percentage scoring opportunity. As you can hear in our effects mics, and Rita's cheer squad is here in force. Find themselves 2 goals to 1 down in the second quarter. They opened the scoring of the game. They led for a majority of the first half. And you're not going to beat the young Alana Taylor in the cage. She's been excellent. Here comes the counter-attack by the Vikings. Here's the drive. Nice play. Even better defense. Diffusing the situation. Rita's shot on the outside. Wow. She got her left hand up. What a nice save from Anaya White, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great getting a hand to that one.
Got her left hand to that one. Her left hand's been working outstanding for Anaya White in the cage for St. Rita's. Coached by Tessa Kurtz. Oh, they wanted it more. They were hungry in defense. How important is defense in games, Dylan?
Number 1 in the game to me, I reckon. You got to win defense if you want to do well in attack.
Absolutely. Here comes the counter-attack. Lily Cameron for the Vikings. Turns, has a shot, hits the crossbar. And that's a great pickup of the scraps coming from the number 4, Claire Kearney. And assisted from the number 5, Lucinda D'Amici. Ball into City Centre forward, gains the exclusion. Now they need the quick 1-2 to the St. Rita's team. They opt on this occasion to thread it out on the outside. There comes the drive. Very exciting stuff here at the Valley Pool. 4 goals apiece on the game alongside St. Peter's against Somerville. 2-1, the Vikings lead here. It's not a goal. The crowd thinks it's a goal, but referee had blown the whistle on the far side. 2:18 remains. Just slowing the attack down, St. Rita's. Outside shot goes over the top. Fires that one wide.
Pardon?
Fires that one wide over the top. 2 minutes remaining. 3 goal scorers, 1 to Charlton, 1 to Cameron for the Vikings, and 1 to Rowe for St. Rita's. 4 goals apiece, St. Peter's and Somerville alongside. 2-1 Vikings lead in this Super Saturday Grand Final of Brisbane Water Polo Incorporated competition. It is highly energized here at the Valley Pool. Vikings on attack. trying to smother it, and they do very well in defense from Rita's. Outside shot. Oh, in the back of the net it goes. And it is a cracking goal. Is that number 11? Lucy Cameron finds the back of the net. What an outstanding goal.
Another bar in.
Another bar in. They're testing this bar in. They know that wide is outstanding in the cage for Rita's, so they've got to stretch it wide, and they hit the bar in, and it bounces into the back of the net. Excellent goal. 3-1 they lead. They found themselves one down, so it's a 3-goal turnaround in favour of the Vikings. Into the last minute of the third quarter. Here comes the Vikings. Sits up, looks at the cage. Nice pass in. Shot away. In the back of the net it goes. And it's the number 7 on this occasion. Isla Dinner. What an outstanding goal. Nice team goal.
Yeah, they're starting to get away a bit now, 4-1. But there's still lots of time left, another whole quarter to go.
Absolutely, another. Dinnan was the goal scorer. Oh, we talked too soon. It is a goal from number 11 of St. Rita's, Sinead Rowe. What a goal. Outside shot. Nice save. Wow, it's hotting up here in the grand final of the Under-18 Girls Division 3 competition. And we turn into the last quarter. It is 4 in favour of the Vikings and a comeback from St. Rita's. A comeback. They trail 4-2. We might focus on St. Rita's here. We'll come across to St. Rita's because the energized pendulum has swung towards Rita's from that long-range shot from Rowe, Sinead Rowe. How about that?
Yeah, that was the best shot I've seen in a while.
Best shot you've seen in a while?
It looked pretty good. Bar down,
looked
I think
pretty
it was,
good.
So.
Says Dylan Jennison. He aspires to be like the great Reese Howden, and why wouldn't you? 4-time Olympian. Do you look to want to play at the Olympic Games?
Yeah.
For Australia?
That's my top goal.
So which Olympic Games?
2032 is probably.
2032. Brisbane will be the hosts of the Olympic Games. It goes to Paris next year. Can you believe it? 498 days till Paris. And then it goes to Los Angeles in 2028. And then we are the hosts. We're already starting to prepare for that. And we can't wait. The next generation, young Dylan Jennison alongside of me, already targeting the Olympic Games here in Brisbane. And right up in front of us, it's St. Rita's trailing 4-2. This has been a very entertaining game. 1-0 they led first up, and then 3 unanswered goals from the Vikings. In fact, it was 4 unanswered goals, but Rita's energized at the end of that quarter from Sinead Rowe. What an outstanding shot that was. Bar down. You love to see bar downs and bar ends.
It's so hot, we've even got fires going on across the road.
Yeah,
today.
Fireys are in the building alongside. That's a church. Hopefully nothing's happened in the church, but ambulances and fires alongside. But there's hotting up here at the Valley Pool, 32 degrees coming up in temperature. All right, Rita's crowd are firing it up behind us. I was just about to corner some of the girls to get their comments. All right, can you hear them in the effects mics? And Rita's girls trying to get their team over the board. And they trail 4-2. We pan across and see the cheer squad from St. Rita's. They know they got 8 minutes of water polo remaining. They're in it. Here we go. St. Rita's in attack going towards the cage. The cross-drive defense from Vikings just smothers that attack. And Rita's, here we go. Here's the long-range shooter. Fires one again. Forces a great save in the cage. Alana Taylor playing outstanding for the Vikings. 4-2 they lead. Plenty of time to win it and plenty of time to lose it. Ball into the free-sitting centre forward. You don't want to leave the free-sitting centre forward on 2 meters. Tilly Charlton, ball into sitting centre forward. Turns really well, has a little look at the cage, does Charlton, and again. Wow! Defence wins games, and that was outstanding by Claire Kearney, wasn't it?
Yeah, great block there.
Great block from Kearney. Here's the sharpshooter, Sinead Rowe. And the Vikings steal back possession. My co-commentator today, Dylan Jennison. 6:48 remains. Long range shot in the back of the net it goes. And it's the number 2 from the Vikings, Tilly Charlton. Talk us through that, Dylan.
Yeah, it's great. She saw the open, obviously there's an open gap there somewhere, and she capitalised.
There certainly was an open gap somewhere. It was down the line. The blocker wasn't channeling the ball to the goalkeeper. And then they try and match it to St. Rita's with a long-range shot, but a great save in the Vikings cage by Alana Taylor. Both goalies have been outstanding today. 6:14 remains in the fourth quarter of this under-18 girls Division 3 competition. You'd think this is the Olympic Games. 5-4 alongside us. Somerville against St. Peter's. St. Rita's against Vikings. 5-2 in favour of Vikings, who steal back possession. Counter-attack down. Here we go. It's the Vikings. 2-on-1 on the first line. They split in defence. Nice goal! And they extend the lead, and it's the number 6 from the Vikings. Abby Anderson puts her name on the scorecard, extends the lead, 6-2. How good was that counter-attack?
That was great. 2-on-1, but very useful.
Very useful it was. It was useful because the ball found the back of the net. 6-2 Vikings. They started slowly out of the blocks, but certainly have found their game at the back end of this grand final. 5:11 remains, still time. 4 down on the scoreboard, readers. They need to score, but they need to score pretty quickly.
Running out of time.
Their options in attack haven't been great because they're throwing away possession again. It's a coach killer. It's tough being a coach. Tessa Kurtz on the pool deck for Readers. Done a great job getting them to the final. I tell you what, 1 plays 2. Lillian Shedderline urging her team up the pool. That's a turnover. Turnover in favour of Readers. They got a counter-attack on the left-hand side of the pool. They've got to find Sinead Rowe. They do. It's not Rowe. It's Emily Grow. Ball in. Nice play going towards the goals. Gains a penalty. Excellent. And who is it? It's the number 11. Sinead Rowe. She got the penalty and now going to take it. All right, here we go. She knows where the back of the net is. Scored 2 in this game already. And put that down to 3. They trail by 3. 6-3 on the scoreboard in favour of Vikings. Still 3 minutes and 55 seconds. They've got plenty of time to win this game. Ever been in this situation, chasing a 3-goal deficit?
Nationals, like the Perth ones that just passed in January. We were down in the final by about 4 goals.
We were down in the final, and they went to penalty shootout and became national champions. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Who scored the goal in the penalty shootout to win it?
To win it was Tasso.
Tasso, just signed with the Redcliffe Dolphins in the NRL. Gone 3-0 they have under Wayne Bennett, but looking to get the score back up, and they do get an exclusion to Readers. They're finishing this game very well. Outside shot, not on. She opts to pass it across. Readers need a goal. They thread it down deep to Readers. That's where the Vikings want the ball to go. They got an extra man on this power play. They thread it into sitting centre forward, and it's an offensive turnover. Okay, commentator today, Dylan Jennison. 2:49 remaining. Have the Vikings got enough to win this, Dylan?
Yep, Vikings certainly do, yeah. Just hold the ball for as long as they can, and yeah, they'll be right.
Yep, so it's all about possession and time. If they can run down the time on the shot clock, it doesn't give any opportunity for the Readers to get a shot away. Nice ball into sitting centre forward. They thread the ball back out the top. Do the Vikings. 2:15 remain. 6-3 they lead over St. Rita's. Long range shot, hits the crossbar. They pick up the scraps, reset, 20 seconds. Oh, that's great defense by St. Rita's. Ball around on the outside. Still Vikings have the attempt to get a shot away, and they do. What an outstanding goal from the number 8 of the Vikings. It's Ruby Peacock. How good was that shot?
That was great. Bouncer shot. It's tough to save them.
It is a tough shot to save a bounce. You've got to anticipate the height of the bounce and the speed off the water. 5-5 it is in the game alongside. Make that 6-5 in favour of St. Peter's with 2:52 remaining. But here we are, 122 at 7-3 in favour of the Vikings. Looking like they will probably be the champions of the under-18 girls Division 3 competition. 109 remains. The Vikings in absolute control of this game. They found themselves one down early and then found their straps a little bit later on. Here we go, Rita's on attack. Oh, advantage was given. She turned away slightly and just dropped the ball off her hand. Shot on the outside, hits the left hand upright, and that'll be into the last attack of this grand final of the under-18 girls Division 3 competition. They'll play it out with the Vikings. This is a nice feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, here we go, Vikings in attack. They're just going to play out the attack and slow it down. No, they're not. They're going to get a shot away. Nice save in the cage for Rita. She's played very well, Anaya White. And that's it. It'll be the end of the under-18 Division 3 competition. It is the Brisbane Vikings who are champions, 7-3 over St. Rita's. Thanks to Dylan Jennison for joining me in the commentary booth. We'll be right back with game number 4 of Super Saturday of the Brisbane Water Polo Incorporated Grand Final Day.